Yeah. Or just like a session.
Nice.
But I don't know, this could be a new one. What do you think, like, our name, like, if we had a group where it was just like us, what would it be? What would our name be?
It's a tough one. I really don't know. The terpene. The terpene.
Terpenes.
Terpenes. A little flavor in your ear. Know what I'm saying? What's this, what do you think about, you think this COVID's fake?
I think if somebody, like, put bricks down for, like, protesters to, like, throw them, then there's probably something about the COVID, too. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I forgot about that, actually.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah. I don't know if that was, like, a media thing. It has either a media or, like, an Antifa thing. Or a Proud Boys thing.
Well, I'll explain it for, like, the people who are listening. Like, so, like, people, there's this conspiracy that, like government hired people are, like, in protests, and they like purposely leaving, like, bricks and shit to be thrown, like crates of bricks. But I didn't see it for myself. I was at a protest. I didn't see it, but there's, like, shit about it.
Did you know
it's probably something.
Was
like
that you and Nathaniel, or was that Sean and Nathaniel?
Boston one was Sean and Nathaniel, and then I think Sean went to, like, the Wisconsin one too. The Wisconsin one was, like, pretty wild, but Boston was, like, bigger. It's Boston, for God's sake.
Well, I mean, where in Wisconsin? Was it Madison?
Madison, yeah.
The Bucks just won the championship. Milwaukee.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Milwaukee's crazy. No, Milwaukee's, like, a dangerous.
It's like a real, like a.
I mean, it's near Chicago, so, like, make.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like 2 hours from Chicago.
That's
no, wait, no, not 2 hours. Like, less than, like, they're, like, close to. They're, like, on the coast. Like, they're on the same coast. I'm pretty sure.
That's wild. Chicago's pretty crazy. It was weird because I saw Sean.
Crime world.
I saw Sean was, like, at Lollapalooza. I didn't realize, like, how close it was.
Lollapalooza? What is that?
It's like a festival in Chicago. It's actually funny.
Oh.
I don't know if you know.
What kind of festival?
It's just like all types of rappers, singers, pop stars, R&B, I'm sure. I don't know if you know who the Baby is. You probably do. But
yeah, I've heard of him, like, one time.
He actually just got kicked off, like, the set list for, like, some, like, homophobic shit he said. He's at Rolling Loud.
Do you know what he said?
He's at Rolling Loud in Miami. He's like, if you didn't suck a nigga's dick in the parking lot, put your lighter up. If you didn't come in here with HIV or AIDS, put your lighter up. Like, shit like that.
Yes, spinning facts.
It was pretty fire. But, yeah, Lollapalooza claims that they're inclusive and diverse and that they don't accept that, so they literally just, like, didn't allow him to perform. He was, like, supposed to perform.
Yo, didn't the Baby, like, host something? Like, the Baby, like, has done so much shit.
I mean, he's popping. He's big. I think his career took a fucking sucker punch from what he said. I think.
You think so?
I think the media's trying to fuck him up right now.
Yeah, a lot of people hate on him.
I don't think people really care. I think the media is just, like...
What do you think?
Telling them to care.
What do you think about the people who are, like, he's just saying, like, the same stuff with the same flow? What do you think about that?
The Baby sounds the same. I'm on that train. The Baby song sounds the same. You know what I mean?
But, like, in the context of everything, like, he's just making money off of it. So, like, who's...
Yeah,
like,
he's probably one of those.
Like, who's, like... So, is it... So, it sounds the same, and it's, like, quote-unquote bad, but, like, people listen to it, and he gets money off of it. So, like, is it bad?
I mean, it's bad as far as like longevity. Like the people who aren't like that survive the longest. Like Cole, Kendrick, Drake. Drake kind of does the same thing, but Drake always comes with like something new every time in a way.
That's true. Like
Drake will do some weird shit though. He'll like bite off people and then he makes it sound good because he has like the greatest producers in the world. But he'll literally like fake a British accent on the beat, or he'll fake a Jamaican accent. Like,
do you think it's bad?
I think I respect him a little bit less, but like
Why?
I don't know. I like originality more. I think Drake's not very original, but he makes some money. He found the longevity bag, whereas DaBaby, I don't think like.
Do you think Drake or the baby will last longer?
Oh, Drake, 100%. Drake's already been in it like I want to say at least a decade. I don't think DaBaby has more than like 3 years. Maybe. I mean,
But like, think about it like this. Like, no, this is how I'm thinking about it. Like right now, like as like the population increases, like maybe do like so Drake's 20 years will be like the baby's like next 5 years. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, there'll be more people to listen to his music. So like,
you're talking about as far as like numbers.
yeah, like I think like it just like numbers speaking, like like the future holds is like huge. Like so many, there's gonna be so many more like people to like be listening to his music as like the population increases. I think that's like a really big factor. Like think about it. To me, it's like when you were like just starting YouTube, like a million views. Like if you had like a million views or a million subscribers, that was like the maximum. That was like 100%. There was like
PewDiePie.
people didn't think about like 2 million, 3 million subscribers. Like millions was like the most, but now it's like now it's nothing. Now it's like a moderate channel.
Yeah.
So like, and like as like the internet grows bigger and more people get into it, like damn, I don't know, that might happen, but like that's just like a prediction.
I think a lot of that had a lot to do with like I think these companies like YouTube or Google or Instagram or Twitter, all these like media outlets. I think they were eventually able to have their product, which is their platform, used in other countries, and I think that had a lot to do with a lot of it, because a lot of these countries have these weird laws where, particularly like even TikTok was banned in a lot of places, which was actually almost got banned in the United States when Donald Trump was president.
Wait, did it get banned in China?
I think in China it probably is. In North Korea it probably is.
Wait, let me wait, keep going. Oh, well, let me just look at this up.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think a lot of these countries eventually came around, and I think that was the big leap. But yeah, I mean, of course, I don't know the numbers of how many people get born every day, but it's a good amount of people. And I'm sure the amount of people that are born exceeds the amount of abortions there are by a big number. In the United States, like, yeah, we have a pretty big population, but we probably have the most abortions. I think it's like I think it's one of the
Most
cocaine
use.
most cocaine
United
use.
States. Banned in India and Pakistan.
Damn, that's wild.
Wait, it does not operate within China. I thought it was a China company. I'm pretty sure.
I think
with
that's
the
what
deal with Trump,
Trump said. Yeah.
Yeah, like the deal was they had to get out of China. So like I guess like they just had to be secret about it. Like that's pretty much it.
But I
It's
mean,
like,
even that was bullshit because we outsource so many things from China. So
I think it was just like another like Donald Trump thing.
Yeah.
No, Donald Trump. No, like a no. These are like carefully sought out words, like a Donald Trump crusades, just like one of his crusades.
I mean, he knows how to stay in the public eye. Like recently, He hasn't been. I don't know if it's on purpose or if like he's just getting shut out. But I'd kind of be
No, yeah,
curious.
no, dude, he got banned. Like
I know he got
like
banned from like
like
Facebook and
he
Twitter,
really can't post.
but why aren't these conservative, like for example, Fox News? Why aren't these conservative news platforms posting more about him? I feel like he must be strategically not talking a lot right now, and like public. But I don't know. I couldn't really tell you. I
Just
think
like a
it's still. I
shift.
think it is crazy that someone that was our president got banned on Twitter. That's fucking.
Yeah,
That's
because
still
he
like.
like got accused of inspiring riots.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. Like, I'm
I
sure
don't
there's
know. I
so
don't
many
think you should
people.
ban people,
I don't. I think banning is awful. And actually, I was
even ISIS.
yeah, I was watching Joe
I'm
Rogan
sorry, they gotta have
podcast.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, what were we saying?
I was watching Joe Rogan's podcast, and he had this guy, Hotep Jesus is his name,
Okay.
and he's like a black conservative, but he loves Twitter like particularly. But this is when he was on the podcast. This is like 3 years before all this shit happened with Trump. Like obviously, like in January,
Trump has his own social media.
like he made one.
Yeah. I don't know though. I just read like one sentence off of
Mm.
like a link. So
I mean, it makes he should
a blog.
he has to find a way. He's getting shut out from everybody else.
I
It's
think
almost
he has Instagram.
he has what?
He might have Instagram.
He might, yeah. I don't know.
I wonder if anyone took the username though, real Donald Trump on Twitter.
Oh, probably. If it's allowed, they might have
Yeah, I don't know.
banned that.
Yeah, they probably did ban.
Well,
just use some
I know
stupid
it's
like that ban it.
I know if you don't have like a real account and you like have someone's like real name or whatever, like you have to say that you're a parody account or you get taken down. Like if you're big enough, of course. If you're just like a small account with fucking
Yeah.
no followers, they don't care. But they see that you're reaching
if you
an
get on their
audience.
radar.
Yeah, if they see that you're reaching an audience, then they kind of, I think they kick you off. But yeah, because it's kind of crazy how many parody accounts I see, and they just say parody. It's not like it's like a joke or something. Like they just want to use the person the famous person's like picture as their profile, and they'll use their name as their profile just to get more followers and shit like that. But
That's really strange to me. I think that's like a strange like obsession. Like, what do you think about that? Like people wanting to.
I think
do
it
that.
is and it isn't. I think it's.
Is it good or bad?
I think it's neither. I think it's literally just one of those ways of getting like famous, and I think a lot of people chase being viral, which it can work in your favor. Like if you're viral, you can get endorsements. You can do like tons of shit. Like the guy who was drinking the ocean spray with Fleetwood Mac in the back on TikTok, like he got an endorsement with Ocean Spray, which is crazy. Like this guy was like, he didn't have a car, he lived in a shitty house, and they bought him a car. They gave him a shit ton of money, and he was just living like a bum lifestyle in Cali. And then now he has money just because he blew up on TikTok. You know what I mean? Like, there's the benefits of it.
No, TikTok, you really can blow up.
And I mean, in
Really
that guy's situation, I wouldn't say like he did anything wrong, but I think it's just a way of. I think everybody's trying to chase that bag, honestly.
Yeah, like even when like a video sharing platforms like when like YouTube and Vine were at its prime where you can like really pop off, it's really nothing compared to TikTok now. Like you definitely, I know at least a couple of people who have like mad views on at least one of their posts, like more than like
Yeah,
50K.
people I work with, even like they
Like
have at
it's
least
really
50K.
easy to like pop off with views. It just shows like the evolution. It's really nice. No, I really like that.
Which almost makes you think. I wonder if some of it's fake because like the shit that they post, I'm like, damn, this shit's like awful. Like this is terrible content, but they get so many
Like,
views.
what do you mean? What do you give
They,
like one example?
it's just like they just don't know how to do it. Like they don't look professional as like the other TikTokers, but they still
Like, what do you
get.
mean? What do they do?
I feel like it kind of mirrors like music in a way. Like there's some people who can get that polished sound that sounds like mixed right and stuff like that, and some people that just can't do it, and that's why they never get good. But I think it's the same with like people on TikTok or whatever, people who make content. It just doesn't like look it doesn't look professional. I don't know. Like it's just like as music wouldn't sound professional. They don't know exactly how to use it, but they get views for one reason or another. I don't know.
Yeah, like blurry like photos and like videos of like someone eating a cheeseburger and it's like 100K likes.
Yeah.
I kind of like that though. That's like kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I think it's definitely. I think it's like. Dude, I think it's so crazy. So many people are unemployed and shit like that. But it's literally the easiest time in America, I think, to make money right now. It's stupid easy. Like I see it on the news every day when I'm at work, and I don't make a lot of money, and I'm just looking at Chipotle's hiring people for 18 an hour, McDonald's 16 an hour, all these places, and like it's more money than I make, and I'm just thinking like, damn it, why are these people unemployed? Like it's too easy right now. I don't get it.
They're understaffed. People don't want to work those jobs anymore.
I think we're reaching like a. I think people are getting too comfortable. I think COVID had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
People
people
got
are living the
sad.
laziest lifestyle. It's just getting lazier and lazier every decade. Like,
Dude, what's gonna happen, dude?
there's
Like
just a new invention.
things are gonna stop working. Like
There's just a new invention every decade that lets us be even lazier, and that's just like.
I mean, like what was like the last big invention? Like probably
I'd say smartphones.
like no, I would say like after smartphones, there's been one more, and it's just electric cars.
Yeah.
Like, what else? Like anything around that? Like smartphone, electric car, like anything else?
I mean, video games are getting pretty crazy. Like virtual reality is getting pretty crazy every year. But I think
Yeah,
I think
those are
every
two
decade
things.
though, there's that big thing that change it. Like I don't think any of those had even close to an impact as smartphones did. Like these
Yeah,
things are just
smartphones are like bigger.
they're just making us mentally lazier and physically lazier.
No, it's like the first part. It's the first phase in like us becoming robots.
You don't have to go to a fucking library anymore to research something. All you have to do is sit on your couch and fucking type something in on Google.
Like, dude, it's like we each person has like a phone, and it's like it's like part of their body.
Yeah.
It's like part of their soul. It's like
If you don't have it, you're like, what the fuck? Like, it's crazy.
it's personal.
It
use.
kind of scares me. I feel like
Personal convenience. It's
books
like
are gonna become obsolete one day.
it makes us really comfortable. Like how like convenient and like nice it is to use.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and just processed food is just at an all-time high.
Like you can, it's like so comfortable. You can like even like order and buy food. Like this can feed you
Yeah,
as well.
it's crazy.
So it's like even like it's such a high level of
You
comfort.
don't even have to leave your house to
Fills
get
all your needs.
McDonald's anymore. That's crazy.
The guy doesn't even have to see your face.
Guys
I think
not
that's a
the-
big That's a big thing too. Like
Yeah, I think people
I've
people
noticed that.
socially are getting impacted pretty bad by this.
you don't have to like see people anymore to get stuff.
I think that's a bad thing, in my opinion. I think a lot of things they're neither good or bad.
Yeah,
but
we'll have to like add something to our lives to get over that shit.
I don't think there's anybody stopping. I think it's so far in motion that it's just not stopping. Technology is only getting better.
Oh yeah, no.
Our lives are only gonna get more convenient.
Yeah, no, it's not like no like point protesting. It's just like part of evolution. We just have to like learn to like
You have to learn to
learn.
just think for yourself and keep your morals like. It's like, yeah, I still order DoorDash, but like I think about it. I feel like being conscious about it at least is like a step forward. Like I think it's great. It provides jobs. It does a lot of things. The
Yeah,
some
DoorDash
the
is crazy. Like it's
Yeah.
so like easy to get a fucking job.
Well, I think my dad, like I think about my dad, and he just got his leg amputated like a few months ago, and he can't leave his house. So I think about those people. I'm like, wow, like this is great for them. But I think it's making the people that are healthy and are can perfectly leave their house like perfectly fine. It's making them lazier and ungrateful. Like I think just spending the past few months with my dad, like, and he lost his leg, and I just think I became more grateful. I think just like that wasn't me. It's shitty life, dude. Like, just what he's going through is just not cool, not fun, and we all take that for granted. And I feel like,
Yeah.
yeah, I just think about even being able to walk. Like, some people can't walk, some people can't talk, some people can't eat through their mouth. They have to eat through a tube. Like, and we're trying to live so easy and so ungrateful. It's just, I don't know. And like, it gets the best of all of us, gets the best of me, but I think it's like, it sucks that it's so like forced down our throats so easily.
Isn't it kind of strange how like the corona shit and the protests all happen at once and like now you don't hear about like any protests at all? Like
It's because it's the media. It's just they can.
they like dude no, it's like a snap of a finger. It's like all right, shut it off, no more. Like no, it's I think like that's like really like big evidence for just controlled media. How all that happened at once and then it just shut off.
No one gives a
It's like the
fuck
program
anymore.
like they just like all the money that they spent to like run these programs. It's like it's over, so they just like stop it. They
No one talks
move
about
on to
it.
other
It's not
shit.
even a topic that gets brought up in
Yeah,
conversation
like
anymore.
isn't that so strange? It's like what happened? Like what happened to
It makes me
everybody?
want to get rid of these platforms. Like, it makes me want to like delete my Facebook, my Instagram. I like Twitter. I mean, I'm big into music. I like to stay hip to like whatever's coming out, just because I'm like really into like rap and hip hop like currently. But other than that, like, there's really no point for me to have these. It's just a time waster at the end of the day, which is crazy because right now we're providing content for people to waste time with. You know what I mean? It's
No,
like,
I think everything can be used properly. Like there's a way to use social media properly, and like when you don't have it's just like when you don't have like a direct wish or a goal, and when you go into something like that, you probably are gonna like come out like just seeing negative shit because you just don't have like yeah, kind of like a goal like going into it that's good enough, and you'll just suffer from that.
I feel like it's so easy to get lost in though. Like, you could have a goal at the beginning, like you open the app, you could have a goal, you could not, but let's say you do have a goal. Let's say you go on Instagram to see what's going on with some big event that's going on, like let's say the protests. You see that, and then you see some stupid shit, and you just like can't stop looking at it, and you just can't get off of it. I feel like for me, it's like really addicting. Like, especially when I'm going to sleep. Like, I'm not a big fan of TikTok, but there are times where I'll end up on TikTok just because I'm like, I don't know, I can't sleep, and I'm just like stuck on my phone and I can't get off of it. And then eventually I'll make it to TikTok, and TikTok's so addicting, it's so hard to get off because you can just scroll another one, see more content, and then let's say you like one video, then you go to that guy's page and you see all his videos, and then you're just like, damn, I'm getting sick of this guy. Let me find another one. And you find another one. And it's just you keep on going. It's just endless. It's so convenient. Porn is so convenient. News is so convenient. Music is so convenient. Which that's I think music's one of those things that's like neither good or bad. The fact that it's so convenient. I think like I don't think you can ever have too much music, but I kind of do miss like I kind of wish like it was like back in the old days when you had to like buy the album. Like I feel like it felt more sacred in a way. I feel like you felt like you had to like do something. Like now it's just like I pay $10 a month. Like I barely even see that money come out of my bank account. I just like don't notice it. Like it's such a little amount of money, and I could look at different music all day, 24/7, no matter what. And all I had to do was pay $10 a month for that. Like how did it get to that? How did it get from
Oh yeah, I can like sum it with one word: it's piracy.
yeah
Like they pretty much force piracy, like force their hand. Like it's either that or like people are gonna steal more and more. So like they had to make it convenient.
yeah, but I still
And it's
think
just like the way it's just like the way it goes too.
I still think
It's the
there's a
best
good
way.
audience of people, and I feel like
Like
I'm one of
remember
them.
Pandora when Pandora was hot? It was like the beginning of like that shit. It was like okay, like people like random music, but like they like their old shit too. And then like after Pandora, like Pandora died down. Now it's like Spotify, and it's
Hmm.
like that $10 a month shit. It's like Netflix.
Yeah,
It's just like more. It's a package where it's just more convenient.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like
Like
it's
why
too
wouldn't
easy.
you do that? Like what?
Right, but why wouldn't you do that? Of course, but
I mean, there's reasons to not do that, but like at the same time, there's a lot of reasons to do that. It's just like
yeah,
so convenient.
I
It's
think the
all that
reason's
music.
not is because I think it can get too far, and I think it definitely will get too far eventually.
What do you
I
think the too far is? Yo, can I hear
uh
you, Nick?
yeah, I think eventually it's gonna be like kind of a monopoly with a lot of things, which I think honestly it already is. We're just not aware, but I think COVID accelerated a lot of things. The fact that the movie theaters are going to be obsolete one day because literally all you have to do is have like an HBO Max subscription. You can watch the movie that is in theaters currently. You don't even have to go to the movies anymore. Like I think they cornered a big part of the market, and I think it's kind of scary. I don't know. I think movies are getting shittier because of it. I think new movies are awful most of the time. Like I feel like I haven't seen a good new movie in a really long time.
Yeah, like I think it's part of that thing we were talking about at AJ's where like once you get to a certain point, you don't have to like I mean like you don't. I'm not saying they don't try, but you don't have to like try that hard to like you already have the audience.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly. I feel like it's just. I feel like
but that some like artists like fall to that.
and I don't really watch like I don't watch like movies and shows for like kids now, but I feel like I've seen clips or just been scrolling through and I watch for like a second and just like it seems like they just don't give a fuck about kids anymore with like movies and TV. Like it seems like it went so downhill so fast. Like
Yeah, it's just they just like trying to automate the way it's made,
yeah.
so and it just looks bad.
I just feel like it's so shitty now, and I think they're trying to get I don't know if they're trying, but I think kids are just learning that movies and their TV shows are just gonna be shit, and it's just like maybe it's good to them, but in reality, it's just shit compared to like what else was out before. I feel like the passion, I think money is driving so many things now that a lot of things are taking a toll. I think it's taking a toll on a lot of things. I think money is so powerful now that that's all that matters anymore. And I think it's crazy. for the people who have, those companies, like, oh, I'd rather make a buck than make a good product.
Yeah, you know what I see a lot too. Like I always see like the more money people have, like generally it doesn't like it can make you happy by like buying you stuff, but generally there's also a fear of like losing that money too, and it just gets more and more stressful like having that much money.
Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, I feel like they go through that. Jeff was actually able to step away a little bit, but Elon's in the thick of it.
Like most people who have that money that are like average people like us, like they usually have it in stocks or something that is like accumulating, but it's also risky. So it's
Mm.
like you can make that money, but you can also lose it. So
Yeah, that's what, like, I don't know, a lot of like these fucking stock gurus are gonna try to tell me that I'm stupid for not investing, but I don't know, you're taking a risk. Like, who knows if it's really gonna help you? Like, are you investing in the right thing? Are you just listening to somebody? They could be fucking wrong. This celebrity, they're just trying to increase their money, and they know how to do it, so they'll tell you to invest in it. In reality, it's only gonna make them money because you don't have enough money to put into it to make money.
yeah, you really need to like just read it with your own eyes. It's just like really up to that. Like that and seeing news. Like every opinion. I've noticed that too. Like every forum and every like place where it tells you to do something, it's usually like mm, it's usually past its
Money
prime.
driven. I feel like it's money driven.
Yeah, like it's like not really like you probably like missed the timing already. Like once by the time you read it and like, but you really just have to filter out. Like you just have to have a good filter.
Yeah, I think it's tough for me. I feel like
Like if you have a good filter, you just have to like learn to like be efficient with what you like put in.
yeah, I think I just gained a lot of like distrust, and that's my problem. Like, I just really don't trust a lot of things anymore, and I think that's like it's tough because I can perfectly explain my distrust and everything, but I mean, then again, it could be good. I don't know. Like, there's no way of telling really, but I don't know. I don't know.
12. It's exactly midnight.
So New Hampshire or Wisconsin?
Oh, dude, I was like looking at the map of Wisconsin
Like,
last night.
regardless, like, of anybody, like the people here,
Like
the
not
people
counting
there,
the people.
the
Are
people
you
here,
saying
the
that?
people there, not counting the people, the experience, I guess, like, because anybody could have a different experience somewhere, but like from
Oh,
your experience, what do you prefer?
like I liked my experience in Wisconsin. I liked it. Like, I think I don't know how I did it. Like, I regretted it, but I don't regret leaving. Like, I think I left at the perfect time. But um, like I liked it. Like I had such like like dude to describe Wisconsin Madison. The second I left it for good, it was like instant nostalgia. Like it's so like it's like a haunting nostalgia. Like, it's
Yeah,
just like so imprinted into my memory. Like so much shit like went down. Like damn. Like
that's what I feel like I need experience. I just like been here for so long. That's like kind of making me like not go nuts, but like it feels like it. I just need to experience something different. I've just been doing the same shit for too long.
no, I think like a lot of like experiences like it's not really like where you live. Like it was really different living in Wisconsin, but that was just because it was my first time. Like now, like if I move to anywhere else, it's not gonna be like the same. So I'm not gonna really focus on that. Like I would, like you can do like there's like so much shit like in New Hampshire you can do. I think it's just like it's not really like where you live. Like I think it's just like
What
pretty
do you
much what
make
you
of
do.
it?
Yeah, what you do and shit.
I mean, I feel like I don't know. I feel like even if you meet like one person that like makes you think in a different way, like, because I mean, eventually, like, you can only meet so many people from where you're from. Like, a lot of them are the same. I mean, depending on how much time you spend with the person, but a lot of people from any region of the world are going to be the same, but they're different from other regions. And I think even if you just meet that one person, just that maybe changes your perspective on things, like that can mean a lot. And I think that's kind of like the reason why I want to get out of here, because I think I'm running out of like perspectives to see from. I think I need something different.
Yeah, you should at the same time like talking and seeing people from like your area and like from your local habitat, like you can by like joining like forums online and just like chatting, you can like that's also how you can like meet people that like what you do. Like if
That's
you're
what I like about Twitter. I
like
feel like
pretty much collaborating, like finding collaboration, like the internet is really good for that.
yeah,
Like instead of like just like that's the bad part is instead of like just feeling bad or something, like use it as like the best way possible as just a tool to like meet people.
yeah, which
And it's
I
incredibly
do.
easy.
Yeah, I do. I definitely like dabble with that on Twitter, but I don't know. I think there's something a little bit more genuine about like in person.
Oh no, yeah, you definitely do have to do both. Like you can't just like expect to do one and like
Get that
get ahead.
gratification that you're looking for.
I I get, yeah, like maybe a gratification, but like just like getting ahead, like the standard of like now, like what today's standard is,
Yeah, I mean,
and it's always like changing,
I guess that's subjective too.
of course.
But
Yeah,
I don't know. I just think we have to be wary. I think we have to be careful. I think we have to keep unfortunate like social situations. Just
it's just gonna get weirder and weirder,
it's gonna get to
and then
it's
we're gonna
gonna
have to talk about it.
we're becoming like the movie Wall-E, dude. Like that's just exactly what it seems like.
Like I'm pretty sure the board game Monopoly, dude. Like one of the reasons why it's like the Illuminati shit gets to me sometimes. It's like we have a board game that we play and it's called Monopoly, and it's just like like I'm pretty sure it's just like self revealing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I'm pretty sure it's like all this is just a monopoly. Like politics, like it's just like one under one thing. Like kind of that like symbolic gesture.
no, I mean I see what you mean. I always kind of look at it as like I said, just the money thing. It all comes down to money at the end of the day. In this country, I mean, that's another thing. You kind of have to take a step back, and like in other countries and other cultures, it's just not how it is.
Whole different level in other areas.
Yeah, like yeah, people like to I don't know, like say stereotypes and stuff, but a lot of that shit's real. Like it's different. It's not necessarily right. Like in my opinion, I think a lot of places do it right, where it's ran off of more like love or respect rather than money. Like the more respect you have in other areas is more important than money. Here, respect comes with money, but I think money has more to do with it than like people's actual morals. Like just like the Epstein shit and like Clinton and just like they're all just fucks with money, but they have horrible morals, and it's just they got so much more respect than like people I think are way more respectable. I think we're running out of those people, like respectable people. I just don't think it matters anymore to a lot of people. I think money's more important. Which, yeah, maybe I have to adjust. Maybe I have to. I mean, I want to do it my way. I don't want to get rid of my morals, but maybe I have to adjust and think more about money, even if it's not necessarily the most important thing to me. Which I think about that a lot because I think about like wanting to like start a family someday and like do I want kids? Like I don't know. Do I just want to do this independently? Do I want to my journey? Do I want it to be independent or do I want to sacrifice that for a family? Like I don't know. I feel like that's like a big decision that like you have to make because I think a lot of the time the people that are insanely successful they did it independently and they didn't sacrifice. But at the end of the day, is it more trying to think of the word, is it more like gratifying to settle down and have a family? Like I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. For me, like that, like most like idea of having a family is kind of odd to me. I kind of believe like we might have been like taught like I don't know if we were originally like that.
What you think like back in the day like it wasn't like not back in the day but like
I think it's just like kind of odd.
pre-century?
I think there's like kind of like an oddity to how like us having like having families and stuff. It's kind of strange.
I think it's a little bit forced for
Like
sure.
it seems like yeah, it's natural, but
Almost like having a
like
pet.
how like forced it is. It's like kind of like it feels like too forced. It feels like there's like some like other like thing pushing it.
I just think it's
Like there's like this like pressure, and
I just think yeah, I think it's
I
public
think it's really
opinion.
odd. It's really fascinating. It's not like because it's usually not something desirable because like there's like humor and the culture is like, oh, married people aren't happy, they don't have sex. There's like jokes about that, which obviously link to like half truths where it's like
Yeah.
50-50, like kind of
Yeah,
like,
of course you'll
but
find the perfect people, but
no,
not
yeah,
really. But
you just hear about like that, like you hear it's not like favorable. You hear like being single and like having like just and you kind of hear about like how it's like not really like nice, but like people have it anyway. So like you kind of think about like just like why. But
no, I think it's definitely feels forced. I think like almost like I was about I think like almost like having a pet like with your kids like the pet ends up loving you, but
like yeah,
you
you see like yeah, like you see like people being annoyed by their kids all the time.
yeah.
It's like why did like this happen
Yeah.
to you? Like
Well,
why would you
it's
choose
weird.
this?
Like a pet would end up loving you, but you forced it to love you. You know what I mean? I think that's really weird because that's the same way with kids. Like necessarily, if your kid was born and it never met you, it wouldn't love you because it doesn't know who the fuck you are. But you forced it. You know what I mean? Which is kind of weird.
Yeah, I think there's like a great confusion, like something like that. But yeah, it's really strange. You know, I was thinking about in elementary school when they were like asking us like what jobs we wanted. I remember, and I remember they set me up as a mailman because I like to like ride my scooter around, and I probably told them that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you can be a mailman and drop off mail on your scooter." But I remember like the project board where like it was like a bunch of people, like everyone had their like, and it was like a stick figure, and we would like draw our like fucking us doing the job. I was like thinking about that, like that's all. Had that memory
Mm.
thought,
Yeah.
just thought about it like just like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, I mean, but yeah, I mean, seriously though, like, I think this American way of the way families run is, I think it's gonna take a cultural shift eventually. That's what it seems like. I don't know.
Cultural shock.
I don't know if like maybe 60 years ago, if you know, like I feel like in the poor communities, it's more often that divorces happen. I mean, money is a huge thing for a lot of families now. So
Yeah, like, I think like a mistake might be like mixing money together,
yeah, and the
like
thing is,
once
like,
because like if you like expect someone to like quote unquote not be working but like be working in like the house all the time, and you have to like share money, like that just like kind of makes a unconscious like tension that like.
no, 100%.
But even if you like it, like you might just like not like it unconsciously, you just might not know about it, like, and it might come up with like other things, you might get annoyed about her for like other small reasons when the real reason is like
Yeah,
that. But
when you wouldn't be able
um,
to know just because like it's just how everything is. You're just like, oh, there's nothing I can do about it. It's just how it is.
yeah, but I
But
think it's
in
just like a
reality, there,
mental
yeah,
puzzle that people have to like kind of solve, and people probably will get better at it.
I think if people were more independent, it would help them.
Yeah, I think they will get better at it.
Like
Like,
people will get
who
like,
wants to get married and like why? Like for me, I think marriage is like a kind of like a interference with like a government. So like I'm kind of like for me, I don't know if I'll get married ever. Like I think because like for
like
me,
legally. You mean?
I think it's just like an interference with like a government. And it's like no.
No, I think that too. I think I'll get married, but um, person I get married to, obviously, I feel like we have to have a lot of the same views. I feel like you don't want someone just like you, but I think you want someone who has a lot of the same ideas as you, someone that agrees with a lot of things that you think. I think one of them would, for me, would be someone that is like not with the bullshit and is not like someone who like thinks for themselves. Like definitely.
So like, do you think you would like keep like the money separate, or would you like have like a money pool if you got married? Like,
Yeah, I think we'd keep it separate. And I think that's something you have to be very upfront about at the beginning, or it's not going to work. You can't be. I feel like you can't be like 2 3 years in a relationship with a girl and
yeah.
just be like, yeah, you know what, like. These are my ideas. I think that we should keep our money separate because this and that. You know what I mean? People get hurt about that. They're like, "Oh, you don't trust me?" Which is like
Yeah,
at the end of the day, that's kind of
confusing.
what that is. It is a distrust at the end of the day, but I don't think that's a bad thing.
You have to have distrust. It's like, what are you gonna do? Trust everyone? Like,
You can't trust anyone, even your not one person you can trust 100%.
I mean, like even if you should trust someone, like you have okay, you have like some friends that you would trust your life with, okay, but that doesn't mean you're gonna go like do it. You're not gonna like test them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah,
Like,
no, no,
there's no
100%.
reason to like share a money. There's no reason to like give them like something like that excessive just because
Mm.
you can trust them.
Even if statistically
Like yeah, you do trust them, but
10 times out of 10 statistically, even if they haven't failed you yet, who's to say that's not going to happen?
it's just a form of protection.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think we have to be more individual. I think it's good for us. It's just another one of those convenient things, I think, at the end of the day. And it's probably convenient to pool your money together and build off of that, but
I think
that just causes so many issues at the end of the day.
if you do that, you just have to be like kind of like a genie theory. Like you just have to be like critically specific, or it's just not gonna work.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like down to like what you're buying. Like if you're gonna use for groceries, like oh man, like then you have to like outline like every. Yeah, it's just gonna get messy. Like
I just
you
think
just have to really
honesty is the
get
big
it down.
thing. There's so much dishonesty in so many marriages, like, and that's just what happens. Like,
Yeah, I
people
always
aren't
think about that.
aren't
Like
honest about their distrust,
I don't know what happens. I think it's
even
like
to themselves, because they see the best
just
in people.
hiding. It's a form of like hiding, I guess, in
Yeah.
plain sight.
I feel like I see the best in people a lot, and that's my problem. Like, sometimes, like, yeah, I'll smoke weed and then I'll think more, and then I'll be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't trust this person as much. And maybe that's just like my fucking, I don't know. Maybe it's just like a thought and it doesn't mean anything. But I don't know. I think a lot of times I can be too gullible, which is weird. I don't know. I don't know what made me that way, because some people aren't that way. Some people aren't gullible. Some people can find like a good balance. I feel like it's tough for me to find a balance, but I don't know. I feel happier that way, I think. Kind of being gullible. Ignorance is bliss in a way. I think there's something to that. But at the end of the day, I think if you want to put in the effort and you do put in the effort, it will work. But if you don't, then that's gonna fail every time.
Yeah, I fear God.
What'd you say?
I fear God.
You fear God?
Yeah.
I don't know. I fear I fear whatever it is that is this, but it could be nothing too. That's the thing. I think I fear that more.
It's got to be great.
Yeah. I fear like a lot of this stuff is just nothing. It doesn't matter at all. That's something I'm not cool with, kind of. It's like spiritualism and religion and stuff like that. Like, I'm very critical of that. I don't know why. I don't know what led me to be that way, but I definitely say I am superstitious. I definitely wouldn't say that. But people get into it, man.
What do you believe in?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, it's there's just, I feel like I have to form my own complete opinion that I can't even fathom to express. Really, it's kind of like psychedelics. Like, I feel like I couldn't express to you in every detail what I think is. I think is the perfect word. I can't fathom to express what I think is, because I think I think everybody's idea is so different. But I mean, some people get blinded by religion and spiritualism, but I think you have to have your own complete opinion, like your own completely your own perspective with no outside influence. And I think that's what I have, but it's just something I couldn't even fathom to express. I don't know. It's kind of odd, I think, but
Yo, there's like 7 minutes left. Do you want to like wrap it up with like the final thoughts? Like just end it at a solid hour.
yeah, I mean, we don't have to use 7 minutes, but I think final thoughts is like, I think there's something to conversation. I just think it makes you think in a different way. Even if it's forced at first, I think you find your your stride.
Yeah, did that feel like 54 minutes to you?
Definitely not.
Yeah, that was kind of like, I would
Like, I
describe it
couldn't.
like a mental like word roller coaster. Like that was like a Scrabble board. Like that kind of came really naturally. Like in the beginning, I had zero thoughts, and we just like had all these conversations.
I just feel
So
like I got so lost in thought that I couldn't even fathom how much time was going by.
yeah, no, I really enjoyed this conversation.
That happens a lot to me while I'm driving, actually. Like that day, I was chilling with that girl. I just remember driving, and I was so like lost in the conversation with her, and
Mm.
I just remember like looking down at my phone at the GPS. I'm like, damn, have I even been following this? Like, I don't even know. Like, have I just been driving straight for like a long time? Like, I don't know. But I really wonder, like, psychologically what's happening there.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's because I was under the influence or what, but I don't know.
yeah. I think we're like psychologically like I think we're mentally kind of like behind. Like we're at the age mentally where they used to like put leeches on like the body to like try to like heal it or some shit. Like we're like that. Like we're in that age. Like but in the mental illness version. Like
Yeah.
we're kind of like we're still kind of listing as like an illness and not like a superpower pretty
No,
much.
no, I've been having that
But
thought lately too. Kanye makes me to believe that in a way. Like I feel like Kanye's doing a lot of stuff, and just people won't believe him, which is like upsetting. But I really do think that there's something to this whole mental illness. Let me give you drugs for it because you can't handle it alone. I think they're making you to believe that you can't handle it alone, which is totally wrong. But that's just my perspective. I think there's a lot of people that would go to the end of the earth to tell me that these people need help and like they deserve it. But I don't know. Maybe I just don't have it as bad, and that's the way I think about it. But maybe I'm not able to. Maybe I'm not able to fathom like what they're going through because I won't, and that's right. But I don't know. I think the fact that this wasn't going on 50 years ago, like I think there's something to that. So now we're just prescribing drugs like candy, ADHD medication, depression medication.
the rap industry made you smoke weed.
Yeah, probably.
No, dude, I think about that all the time. Like that's like the most genius ad campaign ever. It's like the cool. What's like the coolest thing? Gangster rap, and it's like just like say like we're smoking weed like every like couple lines, and it's like and like all the and you know all those gangsters are selling like cargo loads of like weed and bud, and they're like all like, dude, it's like it's amazing. It's like the most genius ad campaign ever. I like that. That's like, it's not bad. That's like like yeah, just master.
I don't know. Personally, I do think weed is better than all those drugs, but I don't know. I mean, people have
Oh, dude, they
different.
made it cool though, right?
They definitely made it cool. It's definitely hip now.
Like who are like the kings of like weed? Isn't it like Snoop Dogg or something?
Yeah, it's definitely Snoop.
Like
Like
isn't there any other
Snoop, like
any other?
Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
Um,
Is Cheech a rapper
they're I don't. I think they're like
actor?
I think they're actors, but I don't know. It's just culture change. It was I'd say
Oh,
from the 2000 like
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen actor. He made it big.
He smokes.
I don't know exactly what the turning point was, but I think it was fairly recent, and I think we caught the beginning of it, the beginning of the stride, like growing up. I think we caught,
It's like legalization.
yeah,
So
like
this is like actually the beginning.
no, definitely. I think it was weird because
Gets illegalized again. It's like damn.
when Casey got his medical card, we were smoking just crazy bud, and no one else could have it. It was the greatest feeling. It was like, holy shit. Like, I didn't even know you could get high like this. Like, it was just different. It was like...
Like oh, like the mesh, like Green Star shit.
Well, yeah. Well, that wasn't there 3 years ago either, but Casey just had this medical card.
Wait,
The weed we were able to get was just so much better.
wait, do you think how is like the medical weed back then compared to like the shit now?
Definitely it wasn't as effective. Medical weed is meant for...
And now, which one wasn't effective? Like
then.
then? Oh,
Then.
okay, bet. Oh, okay.
I mean, it's only gotten better. I mean, but also we have to be careful because if these THC percentages keep on getting higher,
Dude,
I think
they're already at like 100%, right?
well, yeah,
Isn't it?
but bud like specifically like
Oh yeah,
it's
like
it's
20,
reaching like 35, 36,
yeah.
37%, which is so high, and I think eventually it's going to take a toll like on our mental, but I think we're good for right now, but we're just like we're in that era where we're just trying to get better, and it's gonna be the death of us one day.
Yeah.
No,
Anything else?
I think that summed it up.
Yeah, I'm back to zero thoughts now.
Yeah.
For some reason, we hit the hour.
Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to drive around now.
Yeah.
All right, we're really ending it.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. See you later, guys.